Welcome to the Monteverdi Choir's Cantata of the Week. This time it is the turn of the solo bass cantata BWV 56, Ich will den Kreuzstab gerne tragen. Gladly will I carry the crossstaff, which we performed in the Erlöserkirche, just round the corner from Frederick the Great's Sans Souci Palace in Potsdam. I'm Peter Harvey, a baritone bass singer, and I took part in a great many of the Bach Cantata pilgrimage concerts with Sir John Eliot Gardiner and the Monteverdi Choir in the year 2000. The live recordings were later released as a complete set and are available from the shop on the Monteverdi Choir website. This work is from volume 10, which looks like this. The Kreuzstab cantata was written for the 19th Sunday after Trinity, for which the Gospel reading deals with Jesus healing the paralysed man. The poet takes the line from the beginning of the reading, Jesus stepped into a boat, crossed over, and came to his own town, as a cue for one of his central metaphors, which sees life's journey as a perilous sea voyage, culminating, if one has been guided in the right course, in a carefree existence in heaven. So much for the sea. In the distinctly earthbound first movement, we hear a resonance of the paralysed man being told to take up his mat and go home, as expressed in an effortful, painful theme, which rises only with great difficulty. There is a second symbol at work in the libretto. The German word Kreuzstab translates directly as a crossstaff, a specific term for an early navigational instrument, a kind of primitive sextant. However, it also represents Christ's cross, so as we carry our heavy burden of sin, it helps us navigate our way through life. And listening to the music, this is clearly the sense Bach wanted us to hear. And beyond the association with Christ's cross, I think that the cross staff gives us other cross-shaped metaphors. In the first recitative, the anchor of mercy. In the second aria, the yoke of sin from which we hope to be freed. And finally, the image of the soul as an eagle soaring effortless in the sky. Thus, the cantata takes us on a journey from the earth, through the stormy seas of life, to heaven itself. The imagery of the words gives Bach abundant opportunities to write some of his most richly expressive music. The cantata is filled with vivid details, too many to list here. But listen out for such things as, in the first aria, the biting C-sharp on the word Kreuz, Kreuz being the German word for a musical sharp sign, the long melismas on tragen, carry, and the tortured chromatic melodies on plagen, afflictions. In the second movement, rolling waves are represented by the cello embellishments in the continuo, which cease abruptly when the voyager steps out of his little boat upon arriving in heaven, surely one of the more pictorial moments in Bach's music. In the carefree second aria, with the oboe obbligato played wonderfully here by Xenia Löffler, notice how the vocal line performs a gymnastic leap on wird mein Joch. The phrase has a very similar shape to the first movement, Ich will den Kreuzstab, but is here utterly transformed, weightless and freed from its burden. The second recitative, the last we hear from the solo voice, contains a highly unusual feature in the form of a reprise of the heavenly triplets, representing the Trinity and perfection itself from the first movement, a musical repetition which gives a rare feeling of unity to the cantata and a sense of a journey fulfilled. The truly wonderful closing chorale is worthy of a special mention. It is the only appearance of this melody in a cantata by Bach, and yet it is surely one of the most hauntingly beautiful. I hope you enjoyed.